Hey, though. It's the mafia. This shit for all the gangsters, nigga. Real story. Hey. Jugging out the double doors, cuz in the 6'4". Choppers hitting switches on these niggas back in 94. Basketball practice, and after that, I'm back to selling dope. When the cops hit the ab, I done made a rack off of my pager though. When the WAP hit my box, I'ma hit them back, I'm on the payphone. My shoe.
Yo, what it do? You know what it is. It's time for that Coach for the Street podcast host. It's your dog Paint, my nigga Mafia. We back at you with another episode. You know how we coming. Every time we gonna give y'all niggas what y'all want when we talking about this street news, man. Let them know what it is. My G.
Is, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ding
do all of that.
Hell, don't leave up out the trap till you've been serving. We serving every day. So, you know, we gonna get right into it. You know, we already know Wack100 been doing the most talking for like the past 9 months. Everybody turning down fades, you ain't been catching the wind, you been blowing at niggas. So finally at an event where the game performing, DJ Quick in the building, all kind of celebrity rappers from the West Coast in the building, niggas caught up with you. And apparently Tiny Draws put you down and you jumped on stage and ran opposite stage left and got up out the building. You ain't take up the heat you was asking for. You didn't want to confront that situation, but this long overdue though.
Well, it's like this, man. We talk about niggas putting that type of energy out all the time, and you know, this nigga blow smoke at niggas 4 o'clock in the morning. You feel me? That's what he do. This is what he specializes in. He don't care who you are, what gang you is. That nigga gonna put some smut on your name, cause that's just like
he do.
Like Prince say, he type of nigga here take a shit in the bed and blame it on the baby. You feel me? He a hell of a nigga. A nigga that I definitely wouldn't want to be friends with. You see what I'm saying?
Type of nigga that's for you, man. He against you in the long run.
Yeah. And look how you do the nigga you so-called had love for his family, and you ate at these people tables allegedly and had food with these people families.
And shit.
Right. And then you turn around and get in front of the camera and go to kicking some other shit. You know what I mean? When you supposed to have some type of love for this man. That just goes to show what type of nigga you is, dog. You feel me? And like he always put that persona out there like he can't be touched. You feel me? So it was just imagine a time. It was just what we say. It was just a matter of time before he get pushed up on in the streets. Cause he always saying he outside. He at this event. He there and there. And hey,
like Big Unique said. That nigga be out here moving around scared. Always got a pistol on him, riding around in tinted cars because he don't want nobody to know it's him. You see what I'm saying? But some things you just can't hide. How you gonna hide when your artist is up on stage performing? You forced to be out here.
Yeah. I mean, it's like this, bro. At the age that he is, he wasn't supposed to be kicking that type of energy that he was pushing out. You feel me? He like at the age he is, he doing young nigga shit. Like you be throwing smut on niggas, holding your nuts on niggas, all that shit, man. That man ain't got you ain't too funny to hear him give no black successful person they flowers.
He don't.
He like a culture vulture. Anything that's black, I don't know. Maybe I might be
You gonna
tripping,
say
but that
that's black because he target anything he don't like, and not even just anything he don't like. Because look at what the shit with Big U and him. Shit, a year ago they acted like brothers. Now you doing this crazy shit.
that's what I'm saying. And then he don't have nothing to blame it on. The nigga, we ain't never heard him about him being on no clean, no mel, no H, none of that. So he know exactly what he was doing when he said what he said. That's just how he feel, and he can't take that back.
He definitely can't. And you
That's
got
in his heart. How he felt. That's how that man felt that in his heart.
and just to see this happen, he knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. And see, he was trying to tell, he was kicking that shit like it was finna be some unification going on. Like, yeah, my brother Big U, he on this side, I'm on this side. Niggas know what they got to do. They got to, but the whole while, you done got on some lame shit and done put smut on this man's name.
And at the same time, we don't even know what's the real motive behind all this shit.
Right.
Why is you trying to specialize in to digging into people and pointing the finger at people? Why is you starting all this? Why is you kicking up dust with so many people? Like,
I understand it's the artist seduction. That's how you stay uh, relevant in the algorithm and shit like that. So that's your.
ruining all your relationships.
But
Same
at the
shit.
same time, we living in a world where you can see people karma now because people hitting the camera. You know what I mean? Back then you ain't see what was happening to somebody when karma came. Now we actually seeing it. You see what I'm saying? So just a matter of time. Watch somebody come with the footage of what happened that night. Somebody caught that
It's coming.
for sure. He
It's,
can act like
you know how that
whoever.
shit go right now. They probably trying to sell him the tape.
He can act hard all he want and try to act like nobody didn't get on his ass. Man, look,
But
time will tell.
we know that's cat.
Yeah, time will tell.
It ain't
You
no
ain't
difference with all the other beefs he got with niggas. Them niggas don't be really no play niggas, but he playing with them.
and the thing is, you know how niggas mobbing in California. Nigga, they pushing up 20, 30 members.
And
You
they all
feel me?
ready.
And they all gonna crash. So you already know you supposed to be moving right anyway. All this smoke you done blow that. Niggas, you
What's
done
moving right to a nigga like that? Your gang apparently don't fuck with you like that. A lot of
man,
sets don't fuck with you like that. So who is you supposed to be moving
you
around with?
putting your artists in danger, man. You putting your artists in danger.
I ain't gonna even say that because his artists belong to gangs. They what he doing don't fall back on they turn.
Let's just hypothetically speaking, right? Let's just say Blueface was walking beside him at the time when Bud and them pushed when Bud and them pushed up, they push up like about 10, 15 niggas ready to hit. You think they just gonna get on whack ass and don't swing on him?
No, that's a different
You
situation.
see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. Like, okay,
Anybody, but I don't think like Blueface moving around by himself. I don't think he just gonna have that Wack 100. He gonna inherit his issue.
it got it, man. Security has to be around in those areas, man. Cause let's just be real. This is California. This is gang
And,
land. This
and Wack and outside of being rules, Wack and Game from different territories. So Game don't necessarily got to fend for that man. You still got to stand on your own business.
yeah, he can't. Nobody can't save his ass. The shit that
The
he
relationship breaking, the bridges he burning with people.
Yeah. This nigga ain't getting drunk and going on no rant, my nigga. He ain't getting on no. This nigga saying this shit with a sober mind state. How he feel? So so with that being said, you can't take that back. Once you press that record button, nigga, that shit in the algorithm is in the database. You feel me? But you know I guess that's the way he rather live at the age he is. He rather live ducking over his shoulder. That's sad. When you get at an age like that, man, you supposed to be parlaying, chilling with
really
your wife,
getting your bag,
getting your money. You shouldn't be holding your nuts on now, nigga. You shouldn't be holding your nuts on nobody.
and that's all he do. And then you don't drop your nuts when the confrontation arises. When niggas see you or when niggas call you out seriously and want to, where the location that we gonna pull up, you ain't dropping your nuts though.
Yeah, you moving goofy. You making the young nigga say, "Oh, this another old nigga that's just a big ass goofy. He ain't talking about shit. This what this nigga do. He the Wendy Williams of the rap game. Just sit there and just hold his nuts on niggas and act like he can't be touched. Boy, you over there in the state where niggas mobbing." It ain't like the South. You see about 4, 5 niggas together on the corner, 6 niggas. No. These niggas pushing up with members to come see you, Playboy. All of the shit that you done said about legends and shit that wasn't supposed to be exposed. You done told too much about what's going on over there in some politics that you ain't got nothing to do with.
Nothing to do with it.
You know?
Nothing.
And it's sad because I'm wishing some old school nigga break the cycle of being goofy online. Cause let's just be real. A lot of these niggas that's older than us, cuz they're supposed to be OGs. These niggas moving real lame. They doing a lot of lame shit. They looking green. They looking green. They like I'm like, man, I'm not trying to do
all for the love of social media and money, man. For money, niggas will embarrass themselves, degrade themselves, just do all the worst dumbass shit all for a check. Nigga
all for a check. All for monetization, dog.
And what he doing no different from 6ix9ine, falling out with everybody to get some money off social media. Because every time you fall out with somebody, it go viral. You talk about Larry Hoover, go viral. You talk about Jay Prince, it go viral. You talk about Jim Jones, it go viral.
He getting bags. He picking up bags off of it.
Around the board just by talking about people and calling people out and make it seem like he bullying people. But who did you really bully?
Man, look. Just like you were saying the other day, not meaning to get off subject, when you were saying, like, when Buddy was saying, "Hi, son, if you done stepped on all these niggas, where's the families?" You mean to tell me ain't no op came through on the platform and be like, "Oh, yeah." You see what I'm saying?
Not one.
Come on, man. You got to make this shit make sense. Like you just told.
Not only op or any of that, not one nigga can come out and vouch for all this shit you talking. Oh yeah, that nigga was outside. That nigga was outside doing his thing, man. I gotta give him his rose, man. That nigga was stepping on. Who doing that for him? Nobody. He telling his own story, agreeing with his own self, vouching for his own self.
Self-validation. Ain't no nigga in the streets step forward and
that made their own goddamn nickname up.
And He ain't the only one that be doing that lame shit. It's others doing that shit too. It's
Hassan really don't have to resort to that because he got a following. Whereas Wack, he kind of got to do this to get some money outside of.
yeah. What? Let me say this. Let me say this by son, bro. The nigga is a good content creator.
Yeah.
I gotta give his man his flowers. The only thing I hate is when he turned into the certified stepper when you'll turn around and say you're not promoting violence, but then you get to talking like a cold blooded stepper. Like, come on, you can't be doing that. That's contradiction. But I
Like
don't mean to get off the subject, but yeah.
Killer too.
Yeah, you can't like come on, man. One thing about
Philanthropist too, nigga.
one thing about real creatures, bro. You can see it. You can see it in them. Like they ain't got to say too much, but you can tell. Like, man, look, it don't take no rocket sciences to figure out Holmes done did some shit. You feel me?
Yeah, you could
But
tell how nigga move.
yeah, just like
But he tried.
prime example. Like prime example. When you watch the Terrence Gangster Williams Flag video, when he get questioned about certain shit about certain murders, you can tell he go through his time machine on how he was feeling at that time, and he ain't have no remorse about what happened because that's how it went down in New Orleans during that time. Motherfuckers he said they back then motherfuckers used to like to do their killings in front of everybody. They wanted everybody to know.
And but they was living by that code down there where motherfuckers
Right.
kill a nigga and you could get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah, they knew not to be doing all that talking.
Exactly.
Yeah, they
in this world you can't do that. You do that today, your ass going to jail.
They was like the first. Let me say this. Now LA, of course, they always been known for getting down far as they gang banging or whatever, but far as being cemented as the murder capital, New Orleans was the first, I say, in the rap game where actually like, we was hearing about more killers being rappers than anything.
Staple by the fact that they was the murder capital.
Yeah.
How it was famous because at the time they was the murder capital.
Right.
I represent where the was at, nigga. We killing people down here. This is what they were saying, and if you go check the statistics, nigga, we got the most.
Everybody tuned in with them right then because it was like, damn, these niggas from the most gangster projects from New Orleans, and they rapping about some real fucking street stories that's been going on.
That was really the beginning of drill. But
if you want to be real
at that point, so it only became a song.
Yeah, if you want to be real, they got it's certain Louisiana gangster songs now. I'm gonna let's just take Boosie out the equation. I'm talking about New Orleans music as a whole. Nigga, a lot of dirt was did to that music. A lot of dirt.
What?
A lot of dirt was did to that music from
you
know what I mean? From your Soldier Slim.
You can't throw Bootsy in there because he from BR. New Orleans BR, two different things.
Yeah, for sure.
You see
that's the country compared to the city.
But I mean, they getting down in both locations, but it's different politics in both cities.
you can tell the difference. Like shout out to BR. It's a small country town that's doing their thing, but when you actually actually ride through the city of New Orleans, it's not big to the people of New Orleans, but you can just feel like damn, this is the city, where the killers get flowers. You see what I'm saying? With the killers get their flowers in the city like that.
They do.
Hell yeah. Killer Stone, his name is set in stone in music. You feel me? Because he was the hot boy with the bag. You see what I'm saying?
But in a lot of ways, though, also the killer gonna get respect anywhere you at because niggas know when it come that time and y'all fall out, he gonna dictate. He got the power to dictate, nigga, if you gonna live or die around this month.
True, you're right.
And he responsible for making that call for 3-4 niggas already.
Yeah.
You gonna respect that? That nigga walking around like the Undertaker at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? When the Undertaker used to come out, when that nigga first became a wrestler character, nigga kids used to watch that nigga and be scared. The music on Teen Turn, and this nigga come out looking like he dead and shit.
So while we on that, let's talk about how it's only 2 original hot boys that's living, man. And they not seeing eye to eye at this time. But they well respected. They're well respected.
The best thing I can say about shit like this is just like I look at it like brothers fighting. You can't.
Yeah, I agree.
If you not a brother,
stay your ass out of it.
Stay your ass out of it.
Right, I agree.
Cause that's really a family thing.
Right. Cause them boys really is them guys. You feel me?
Like can't nobody really tell them nothing, but only the ones that they respect and love can tell them anything.
Yeah, you can't you gotta give it to not trying to glorify the streets, but I'm just speaking for the ones that's in the streets. But you gotta give it to the niggas that put it down. You feel me? That put something in the street, like he's like Gangster said, he was in the feds and he seen this dude from Atlanta, and he was going in the chow hall and he happened to see that the nigga had a hot boy such and such on his neck, and he was like, wow, something I created is legendary. Like it done blossomed so big to where it's like, damn. That was the reason why niggas was getting chili peppers on their own.
You gotta think before gang and all that shit came out, squad this and all that came out. Niggas was in the 90s, niggas was trying to be hot boys because they was influenced by the hot boys.
Right.
And we didn't even know about the original hot boys.
Right, we didn't know about it.
That was at the time an untold story.
But we always heard, but I want to say,
we always seen Hot Boy,
Gangster,
but we didn't know his true story, even though everybody around him respected him. We didn't know he was like the depths of original Hot Boy, because Gangster not around at this time, but we see Hot Boy around Baby all the time. But we not knowing, okay, we just looking at like he a stepper for Baby. Right. Like this nigga known in the city.
Right.
Smushing shit.
Right.
He solidified, like a Cali nigga gonna say cuz a reputable.
Right.
He one of that. He that.
He a creature.
Yeah.
He the one, he one of them ones that go lay down and don't say nothing and come back home. Cause that's what this ain't no cap what I'm saying either. You can literally see this public records when they was locking them up for cold cases and shit, and BG was saying free hot, and he ended up coming home and shit. These boys is real uh street legends. I'm a give a nigga his flowers, even though what Gangster did, I'm not surprised of the decision he made because the age that he is. Because let's just be honest, majority of the old school cats, a lot of them was they had a different way of being dirty. You see what I'm saying? Just like when Freeway he told on the police.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was like, oh well, he should not have never told on the police. Man, fuck the police.
Yeah.
But he still respected. He still respected though.
Yeah, hell yeah,
You see
yeah.
what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, look how they threw it off on them. They
But
didn't they
he
didn't put it on no
so
huh?
think that might have been anybody in Rick Ross' case though. The police got you hustling for the you get knocked down and then find out that you selling work for the police. So how y'all can lock me up when y'all the ones got me selling this shit? Plus y'all got these motherfucking street police extort me at the same time. So
But you
that
know
was different
they
than
be trying to give the streets the constitution though, cuz you know that shit.
no, I know
Yeah,
what you're saying. Wrong is wrong,
yeah,
but
right.
in his sense, he felt like he wasn't doing nothing wrong because this the police.
Yeah.
Even though nigga tell you still have to take a stand.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
like
Whereas
I
Gangster, your original members, you put a hex on their name while they resting. You know what I mean? So, and we know how New Orleans niggas take death and all of that shit are way more serious than other states do.
right.
You know,
They
other
on
states, you know, you die, your family go to the house, or you know, the heads of the family house and the cookout for you after the funeral, all that shit, and it's over with. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
They finna have a whole parade all through a whole goddamn
right,
port for you.
right. And then be trying to come after your auntie the next week.
Yeah, so these is people
Yeah.
that had second lines put down for them because they was legendary where they was from,
Yeah.
and end up having a name smushed on because this nigga wanted to get out of jail free card.
Yeah. And one thing I could respect honesty. You feel me? I could respect honesty. I can't stand when a nigga do some shit and then try to use the excuse trap. You see what I'm saying? He's he did what he did as far as putting smut on his old partner's name and shit. It's just the point of him saying that he done transition out the street and whatever, but I don't know. That situation gonna always be just a question mark at the end. You feel me? Because I understand that's how certain old niggas do. They gonna try to put it on the man or whatever, but I done even heard niggas allegedly say some shit like that because a certain nigga done died in the case or whatever, and they be like, well shit, I'm gonna put it on him. He ain't here no more. You feel me? So I understand these are some of the games that some people play in order to get back on his asphalt.
Yeah, but it costs.
You feel me? It's it's messed up that you know you that's the decision you rather make instead of keeping it 1K all the way through the door. If you feel like it's finna get too hot like that, I'd rather for you to just go on and get a job, my nigga, before you get in too deep, cause you finna get ready to tell some shit.
That's the problem though. With a lot of the shit, most of the time, in them kingpin nigga stories and these top hustler nigga stories, they don't know they in too deep till it's
Right,
too late. The feds
right.
already case wrapped up, they just ain't came and wrapped you up yet. So now
Mm-hmm.
you quit, it's been a year, 2 years. You see how many nigga stories, I wasn't even doing nothing for a year, 2 years, and they still came and got me. Like,
Yeah.
shit, they had what they needed. Now they see you
Mm-hmm.
ain't doing nothing no more. They all, oh, he thought he got away. Oh, shit.
You're right. Get back here.
Yeah. So it'd be a little bit different in the game. The money gonna keep you away from seeing that you in too deep sometimes.
And you know what? And another thing, like Gangster gonna have a legacy because I really believe what he said about he just spent 15K on a documentary.
Yeah,
That documentary is that documentary is gonna do numbers because it can't be fabricated. You know what I mean? It can't be.
whole story.
This is real. You finna get some real raw gangster shit.
Telling us the Cash Money story. He telling
Yes.
us the No Limit story that these niggas didn't want to tell us too
Right.
because he
Right.
attached to that. They
Right.
was into it. A project was into it. So the stories that No Limit don't want to tell about their section, he telling. We get to hear both sides through him.
Right.
Regardless if he telling us who took the L's and who you got their ass whooped and all that, accurately, he telling us the stories that we never knew. So that shit is for sure gonna go viral.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
everything he
And
appeared.
and let me say this. Like majority of the niggas that's been riding for a long time like that, you feel me, on them long bids, like them niggas charisma be on point for what they about to bring to the streets. Like I'm gonna give a prime example. 50 Cent. When I think about 50 Cent, I don't even look at 50 Cent as just being a rapper. I look at a nigga like 50 like this nigga, you know, he worked out, did his time like a man and shit, but he fuck around and adapted to reading them real gangsta ass books. You know, on Sunday, that's when they let a nigga go to the library, go get books,
You
and he
don't
just
have
was
to read the gangster book, cuz when you was outside on the block with the kingpins, he was outside with Preem. He seen Pappy. He knew.
no. What I'm saying is, okay, you don't pay attention to no gangster street books until you start doing bids. And once you start doing time, you start seeing all of the like veteran niggas that been doing time a long time, going to the library, bringing them gangster books back. It's damn near like you watching DVDs. Niggas be like, man, let me read that book. Let me read that book. Let me read that book. Damn near like the Donna
Still,
Goins book.
still have to be at a certain level of a person at that point because okay, you go to the pen, you start reading gangster books. Just think about how many killers and dealers and gangsters and shit that got a story that's worth writing a book about, but ain't no
True.
kingpins included, ain't no legends in the book that's worldwide known. Like when you tell a Rick Ross story, you tell a Tukey story, you tell all these stories of all these niggas from New York to the South to the West Coast to the Midwest. These niggas got kingpins and other legendary niggas attached to their story too. It's no different from Rick Ross knowing Rayful Evans, even though Rayful was out of DC.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different from Rick Ross knowing Lil D from the Bay, even though Lil D from Oakland and Rick Ross from LA. You see his kingpins attached to the story, even though a kingpin telling the story.
Yeah.
It's legendary. Whereas a nigga that go outside and get caught with 2, 3 B's, you was just legendary on your block, not out of state. and on a whole nother coast where niggas respecting your hustle, and you see what I'm saying? So your story ain't really always book worthy if it don't got legendary people attached to it.
I see what you're saying.
Like that's like Guy Fisher. He went down with the shit with Nicky Barnes. That's the nigga that bought the Apollo. And then Nicky Barnes found out allegedly that Guy Fisher was fucking his girl and decided he finna tell on everybody. That's what he says he told for, because these niggas, that this nigga was fucking his lady. So this nigga basically turned into a snitch because he felt like he'd been backstabbed by a nigga because the nigga fucking his bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And this nigga outside doing, and he went and laid it down. Guy Fisher didn't tell on nobody or none of that shit. He in there over jealousy, basically, still laying down. First black nigga to 100% own the Apollo.
That's history.
When you tell Nicky Barnes' story, you can't never tell it without telling Guy Fisher's story. When you tell Guy Fisher's story, you can't never tell it without telling Nicky Barnes' story, because he goes to jail due to Nicky Barnes.
Mm-hmm.
Had he don't do that, Guy Fisher probably still be out here.
I agree.
So if your story that's where we go back to 50. 50 come from a legendary moment, a legendary era, and he was part of the era with these niggas. Why these niggas, Pappy Mason and Fat Cat and all these niggas was out here doing stuff, 50 was out there real respected for taking niggas up top. Nigga, lay this shit down, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know 50 for walking around the hood with the hoodie on one hand and the pocket on the gun, niggas. Shit, you might catch him running past you because he just laid some shit down.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, so his story different because he was doing all of this around niggas that's praised by the streets worldwide. And he survived it. Even when they tried to take him down.
Came out on top.
That's why that nigga's story legendary, and then put it on.
He one of them ones, like
a nigga where he could tell anybody's story if the story was real and legendary.
Yeah, he one of them ones for sure.
Yeah. See, that's why he able to do a BMF and all these shows he got, because he know how to tell the real story, or as close to it as you want me to tell it.
Mm-hmm. He a bad man. That nigga raw.
And that's what makes them niggas type of nigga special. Everybody go to jail and shit like that. They got a story because they was outside doing shit. They went through shit that led them to the lifestyle they ended up living. But everybody's story don't got kingpins attached to it. That's known around the world.
Facts.
You could be a hustler right now and then go down and nobody knew that you had ties to BMF. Nobody knew you pushed bees with Big Meats. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you go to jail and you get caught, now you got to lay down for this time. You develop a story now. Now when you come home, you got a story. Shit, a lot of motherfuckers ain't know you done went laid down for the shit you finna talk about. Now you can tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
And it got legends attached to it. Yeah, me and Mitch, man, we was in the casino in Vegas, and we got cool in Vegas. Next thing you know, nigga, I was moving around BMF, and it turned into a story because it got legends attached to it. If you just tell a story, nigga don't know you, like LaDon, for example. We don't never know nothing about Big Meats having this issue with this character from the BMF movie because 50 played it so well. Who was LaDon if it ain't got Meats attached to it? Right. The story is nothing. Because there's some young niggas in Detroit right now feel like, man, that shit he talking about, that shit ain't nothing. Yeah. Nigga, I just put 3 niggas down at the barbecue spot last night, nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
real talk.
But because it got Meats attached to it, he went viral. It became a real story because it got actual respected, legendary niggas in your life story. Mm-hmm.
Steppers.
That's all. So your story really can't be told and be the top of the crop like you want it to be if it ain't got no legends attached to it. Like our story had a whole bunch of legendary hustling ass kingpins from other regions of the US that these niggas shook hands, these niggas made deals with each other, and these niggas shouldn't have by right if they wasn't hustling, they never would have ever even met each other.
Facts.
Them stories always be legendary because it's like, damn, how did you meet that nigga? And how did y'all do? You know, it's just it's unbelievable sometimes. But if the niggas ain't attached to it like that, it's like a nigga could come home right now, he'd be like, yeah, you know, me and Rick Ross, I was one of the niggas that was on Rick Ross' team selling bees and shit. I just had got more time than everybody else. He gonna go viral. You was hustling with the real Freeway Ricky.
Right. Yeah.
You got a story.
Yeah, for sure. And a bag.
And a bag, because everybody gonna want to talk to you. It just gotta have somebody attached to it. Like just thinking 50 didn't die. I mean, he didn't die, but the nigga that shot him didn't die. Then he went and did his time, say he got 15 years for shooting 50 up like that. Then came home after the 15, because technically, since 50 got shot like that, it's been 15 years. Probably 20. So boom, he come home now. Oh, nigga, he going viral on everything. That's the nigga that shot 50.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. And
yeah, you know, when 50 fell, I stood up over him and hit him, and I got ready to end him, and his grandma yelled, and I looked up, and my bullet missed, and you know, all kind of niggas that shit to do 10 million views, because he'd be the first nigga directly to be able to tell you how he almost killed 50.
That's facts. Shit different. But y'all know what it is on this time for that Culture for the Street. We gonna go on to end this thing. Don't y'all leave about the trap without getting served, man. Y'all know the word.
You already know what it is. Stay in tune. We drop new content every day. We serving y'all every day. The trap never closed. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like buttons, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure y'all do, man. Get us to where we trying to go. When we trying to get 20K before 23, man. Let's get it.